let me just give you a quick rundown of what happened. I recorded 2 podcasts. One was 16 minutes, another was 20 minutes. I recorded them on Photo Booth, and both video files are corrupted. The first one, and you're going to hear me talk about this, the first one, I wasn't recording background audio. This one I am, and that's why you are going to be hearing this one with no video. All right, let's jump into the podcast. I spent 16 minutes recording a podcast. I think it was a very good podcast. I was really happy with how it came out. I had a headache recording it. I still have a headache. And I think actually that headache makes my voice sound really nice, especially for podcasts. And the way that I'm speaking is all relaxed. You know, why am I recording with a headache? It's because I have a commitment to do this every day. I've just promised myself that I'm going to make one of these every single day. So I record this 16-minute podcast. Turns out great. And then I go to Photo Booth on my Mac where I record the podcasts in, and I see there's nothing. It just says 0 minutes. Not 16 minutes, 0 minutes. I drag it onto my desktop. I try to open it. Can't be opened. The file is corrupted. I do all this research. I research for 30 minutes and I find an application. It's called Stellar Repair for Video, and it says that it can repair this type of corrupted video, a video that is specifically corrupted on Mac Photo Booth. And now I paid $54 for a license to repair this so I could have this podcast. Because I want this. It turned out great. I don't want to have to re-record it. And I will if I have to, but it's not going to be as good as the first one. So that is in the background. That is running right now. It is about halfway there. And I don't know if it's going to work. And in fact, I don't think it's going to. I'll probably have to get my money back. I am pessimistic that it is actually going to work, but I am still hopeful. And while it does that, I'm going to record a new podcast. And so if it doesn't work, you will hear what I'm recording right now. You will hear it today on May 13th. That's when you will hear it. You will hear this one today on May 13th if, unfortunately, it doesn't work. But if it does work, I'm going to put that one out today, the one that it was supposed to come out today. And you will hear what I am recording right now. You will hear it tomorrow. You will hear this on May 14th. So if you were listening to this on May 14th, this was recorded on May 13th. And I am ecstatic because the podcast that I spent 16 minutes recording that was so good was repaired. And I don't know what's going to happen. We are going to find out. So in its place, in case it doesn't work, because like I said, I am pessimistic, I am going to read an article I wrote about when I made the most viewed Silicon Valley bank collapse video in the world, because I took that video. When I put it up, was the most viewed Silicon Valley bank collapse video in the world. And then I reposted it, I think 2 months ago. I reposted it on Instagram. It's going viral again on Instagram. And I was talking about it with the guy who actually wrote the prompt for it. I'll talk about him in a moment. And we both thought it was so funny. This guy is a very senior AI person, very respected in the AI field. And it's cool that it's going viral again. Okay, so I'm going to read this article. It's still a good article, still some good insights. And this is in place of the video that I originally recorded, which is now being repaired. And I hope it gets fixed. I really do. Well, we'll see. Okay, so I originally wrote this on March 15th, 2023. I've learned so much since then, but it's going to be cool to reread this and comment on it. So this is from me. I accidentally made the most viewed video on the Silicon Valley bank collapse. Here's what I learned. First, the video. So now you're going to see the video in the background. Bam, here it is. Somebody on Twitter just asked Bing's AI to explain the Silicon Valley bank collapse in monkey banana terms, and I'm going to read that response to you. Here's the response. Here I go. Me try to explain. Silicon Valley Bank like big tree with many bananas. Many monkeys like bananas and put their bananas in tree. Tree promised to give more bananas to monkeys later, but tree bad. Tree lose many bananas in storm. Tree not have enough bananas for all monkeys. Monkeys get scared and want their bananas back. Many monkeys run to tree and grab their bananas, but some monkeys too late. No more bananas in tree. Monkey sad and angry. Big monkey come and take tree over. Big monkey say he will find more bananas for monkeys who lost their bananas. Big monkey gives some bananas to some monkeys now and more later, but some monkeys have to wait long time for their bananas. Other trees see what happened to big tree and get worried. Other trees have many bananas too, but not lose them in storm. Other trees hope their monkeys not run away with their bananas too. Me hope you understand now. The big tree is Silicon Valley Bank. The bananas are the money. The monkeys are the depositors doing a bank run. The big monkey is the government. The other trees are the regional banks. That was literally generated by the Microsoft Bing AI, and I think its comprehension of this disaster is actually kind of impressive. All right, that was the video. So my article continues. Now let's rewind. It's Friday, March 10th, and Silicon Valley Bank is blowing up, both literally and figuratively. It's imploding while simultaneously exploding in media interest. It's the biggest news in technology for a great reason. Founder friends left and right are messaging me about how many millions of dollars they have locked in the bank. They don't know if they'll get it back. Nobody does. The interest is tremendous, and with 130 consecutive days posting on TikTok about technology, I know I need to own this story. When there's a topic this important, it's very easy to get attention by going all in on the topic. Still true. Talked about making content about trending events very often, and it really, really gets attention. It's really good at getting attention. So I continue writing the article. I changed my description on TikTok, covering Silicon Valley and tech, and begin only putting out videos on the collapse. First day, Friday, I pump out 5 TikToks on the topic, each video being syndicated to all other major video platforms. As I've discussed in the show, I use reusevideo.com. It makes my videos come out everywhere else. First video gets 52,000 views. Second, 3,400 views. Third, sub 1,000 views. Fourth, 29,000 views. Fifth, 5,700 views. So my videos are getting views and the first video got 52,000 views on the collapse because it was trending and it was so hot and people wanted to hear it and watch everything they could about it. I continue writing. My theory that it's worth going all in on this story is rewarded with easy views. I'm turning out videos fast, making them as soon as I learn something newsworthy, and everything is newsworthy. I was putting out so many videos a day. My philosophy. One could make the argument that it's dangerous to put out content without knowing the full picture. I would entertain this argument. However, I'm not trying to paint myself as a credible, lofty journalist, but rather as a person of interest. There are 2 things worth noting here. I'm treating TikTok the way most people treat Twitter, sharing things that are learned as the tweeter learns them. My decision to start TikTok in the first place was based on my theory that it would be easier to get meaningful attention than on Twitter, even if I used TikTok the same way as I use Twitter. So far, this theory has been validated, and even now this theory is validated. By the way, it's super easy. If you take a viral tweet on Twitter and you read it on TikTok, the TikTok will go viral, and then you take that and you put it on Instagram Reels and it will also go viral. Sharing what you're learning as you learn it is proven to do well on video. And now, here's why this is. Enthusiasm is contagious, and just like a virus, when you start getting sick, when you first learn something is when you're most contagious. You're most enthusiastic when you first learn something, and that enthusiasm is hard to fake. This is all true. This is still true. Curious learner bias. Talk about this all the time in the show. Oh, my video is done. Is it going to work? You know what? Let's find out on this show. Let's find out. The video that I was having repaired is done. It says repair process completed. Save repaired files. Let's try it. Save this to my desktop. All right. So I think it is saving right now, and I might have saved it 3 times, and it's a gigabyte file that I am saving because it was a 16-minute podcast. So I think it's still saving. So we're going to see what happens. If it hasn't worked by the end of this recording, I'm going to assume that it did not work. You will hear this today instead of tomorrow, and I will get my money back for stellar repair for video. But stellar, I hope you're stellar. Give me a stellar experience. Come on. I want this. All right. Back to the article. I tend not to do more than 2 to 3 takes with anything because I want my videos to come off as enthusiastic and authentic. I'm not a professional actor. I'm just a guy sharing what he's learning as he learns it. Authentic enthusiasm is why this video of mine got 2 million views, one video, and then it's why this one got 2.3 million views. And it's also why I made the most viewed video in the world about the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. Day 2, now we're on day 2 of the collapse. Saturday, first video, 16.2 thousand views. Third video, 1.2 thousand views. Second video, the video. I actually didn't originally want to make the video that went viral. Instead, I felt I had to do it. My friend had sent me this tweet of Bing AI's synthesis of the collapse, which itself had just started going viral. The tweet was so entertaining to me that I felt I had to do a video on it. So the guy who this guy asked Bing AI to summarize the collapse. That guy is this guy, Pietro, and now we're connected and we talk quite often actually, and we were laughing at how this is going viral. And he's super respected in AI. I think he's head of AI at Brex, and he has a AI advertising company that's doing very well and has enterprise customers. And yeah, so he made this brilliant tweet, and then I read it. So I continue the article. So I read it, and I read it very casually. And I didn't originally want to do it, but I felt like I had to because it was so funny. I'm like, I have to share this. So I write, I've had dozens of viral videos on TikTok, and usually the ones that do best are the most casually recorded and produced. Again, I think it comes down to enthusiasm. It's easy for me to have good takes because I personally am engaged by the content I'm making the video on. The recording in the Silicon Valley Bank collapse video that went viral was one take. I didn't do more than one take because I wanted to capture my authentic reaction. Reaction videos are hot all over the internet, and this is why. Once I was done recording it, in under 5 minutes, I spent a minor amount of time cutting the pauses from the beginning of each clip, adding automated transcriptions, and adding music. Due to the video's length, I didn't have many options for a sound that was both popular, good for speaking, and had a rhythm that matched the way I was speaking. However, the sound I found clearly worked. I said in a previous article that no sound videos are popular, but after testing this theory a ton, I think low volume sounds are best. It's a middle ground and it seems to be working. I still think that way though. If a video is about a serious topic or something really controversial, I will tend not to add music, especially if it's recorded in like a cafe or something, because it makes it look more secretive or covert. And then in those cases, I won't add music. But in this case, I added music. So I continue writing. My new formula for going viral with short form mobile first content is scripted hook plus unscripted longer clips plus supporting evidence, shots of a computer or green screen plus low volume sound equals For You page. Try this out and let me know how it goes. So that's the formula. Now I script a lot of things now. It's not often that I will have unscripted videos, but I still do it sometimes. Combining two hot topics. There's one more thing worth mentioning about why the video did so well. It didn't just cover one hot topic, it covered two. It took the Silicon Valley Bank collapse and merged it with artificial intelligence. For a brief window, SVB stopped everybody from talking about only AI. However, my video covers AI describing the Silicon Valley Bank collapse and does it in a way that is humorous. It's hard to beat this. If you want to go viral, cover hot topics and try to merge them when you can. Going viral. This is what going viral looks like. Expect your content to be stolen and reused all over the internet. I was recently sent my video in a viral Instagram reel. It's up to 400,000 views, so someone reposted. I had posted my original to Instagram, but the repost did way better. I believe because it came out with an in-video caption. That's actually not why. It's because I didn't manually post it. I was posting it through an automation, and I didn't know that at the time. You have to manually post on Instagram, and you should do it through the mobile app. I didn't know that at the time. I wrote, another guy copied my video on TikTok, literally just saying what I said word for word. Oh, that's so funny. Expect friends and their friends to see your viral content and message you about it. Friends were having my video pop up in their feeds. Friends, significant others were having it pop up in their feeds. People I hadn't spoken to in years were emailing me. Expect people to want to get in touch with you. Depending on your priorities, I'd recommend giving people an easy way to get in touch with you, especially if you're going viral is hyper topical. Of course, I don't mind any of the copycats. My video is me reading a viral tweet which somebody else made. If you do take somebody else's content, and as I did, just make sure to give them credit. I did this, and the original tweeter recorded a response to my TikTok. Like I said, I've gone viral on TikTok dozens of times. I also was an early viral video creator on YouTube. From all my experiences, if you do something great, people will copy you, whether it's video, business, or amazing prose. Tons of amazing things in society are derivative, so get used to it and move on. The best minds can go viral repeatedly. How viral was this video? At the time of writing, this video has 3.9 million views. The second most popular video on the topic I can find on YouTube has 2.3 million views. On TikTok, the second most viewed video on the subject has 1.8 million views. Uncharacteristically for a TikTok video, my comment section is also overwhelmingly positive. What I would have done differently. So that's what I did well, but what would I have done differently? Hindsight is 20/20, so here I go. When you're going very, very viral, I would recommend making it easy for journalists and bloggers to get in touch with you. So instead of making my description covering Silicon Valley and tech and having my link as my bio page, I should have made my description get in touch with me and I had my link, my contact page. Publicity compounds, and if you're SEO minded like I am, more publicity can also lead to tremendous SEO performance increases. Here's an example taken from my article about how to launch on Product Hunt and why it's one of the greatest marketing hacks. These are the SEO effects that come right after a product hunt launch. And in this article, I just share a graph and my SEO rankings go like they just jump up. The traffic to your website, backlinks, and social media discussions increase your authority with search engines. This makes it easier for you to get qualified traffic to the pages you believe will generate revenue. When I woke up on day 3, Saturday, to see I was going viral, I should have changed my TikTok description and link to what I just described. Summarizing, here are the biggest things you can do to maximize your chances of hitting that viral home run. 1. Be authentic and enthusiastic about what you're covering. Sharing what you're learning as you learn it is a great way to hack this. 2. Use this formula: scripted hook plus unscripted longer clips plus supporting evidence, shots of a computer or green screen plus low volume sounds. Like I said, I just script everything now, but I think that formula still works as well. And then number 3, cover hot topics and merge them when possible. Then when you do go viral, especially with something topical, make it straightforward for journalists and bloggers to get in touch with you so you can make correct attribution easy. And that is all. That's all for this article. That's it. All right. So this article, you can find it on my articles page. I accidentally made the most viewed video on the Silicon Valley bank collapse. Here's what I learned. And guess what? That video that I was hoping would be repaired is not repaired. So you are going to listen to what I just recorded right now. You're listening to it today. And I think this is still good. Let me tell you what I'm doing in case this also gets corrupted, which would be a crying shame. I am recording audio in the background, which I should have been doing all along. And I only started doing it now. This is episode either 313, because there is a chance that something will happen and it will get repaired. So this is either going to be episode 313 or episode 314 of The Edward Show. We will see. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This is my daily digital marketing podcast. Like I said, I do this thing every day, even when it goes wrong, even when I have a headache. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.